In this lesson, we'll be using pattern blocks to add fractions when we define one whole equal to two yellow hexagons, which we'll call a double hex. In the previous lesson, we determined the value of these pattern blocks when defining one whole equal to a double hex. We determined one yellow equals 1/2, one red equals 1/4, one blue equals 1/6, and one green equals 1/12. In this lesson, we'll represent each sum concretely using a single color, then record the operations using fractions and write the sum. We'll complete this activity using the online pattern blocks from the National Library of Virtual Manipulatives. The first sum is 1 yellow plus 1 red. And again, this double hex equals one whole, so we have 1 yellow plus 1 red. Notice how the sum is less than 1. For the first step, we need to express this sum using a single color. One way to do this would be to exchange 2 red for 1 yellow, which shows the sum equals 3 red. But this is not the only way to express the sum using a single color. Looking at this sum, notice how we can exchange 3 green for every red. If we do this, we can show the sum is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 green. But I'm only going to express the sum using the larger pattern blocks, or in this case, the red pattern blocks. So I'll express the sum as 3 red. But it's not wrong to express the sum as 9 green. So we'll say 1 yellow plus 1 red equals 3 red. Let's also write this equation only using red pattern blocks. We know 1 yellow equals 2 red, so we can also write this as 2 red plus 1 red equals 3 red. And now let's write this sum using fractions. 1 yellow equals 1/2, and 1 red equals 1/4, so we'd have 1/2 plus 1/4 equals 3/4. Let's also write the sum, though, using 2 red plus 1 red equals 3 red. 2 red is equal to 2/4, plus 1 red equals 1/4 equals 3 red, which equals 3/4. Notice how here, when all the denominators are the same, this corresponds to when the pieces are the same size, or in this case, when the pattern blocks are the same color. Next, we have 1 blue plus 1 red. So 1 blue plus 1 red. The first step is to find the sum using a single color. To do this, we can exchange 2 green for 1 blue and 3 green for 1 red. So 2 greens for 1 blue and 3 green for 1 red, which shows the sum equals 5 green. So 1 blue plus 1 red equals 5 green. Let's also write the equation only using green. We know 1 blue equals 2 green, so we have 2 green plus 1 red equals 3 green, which equals 5 green. And now let's write the sum using fractions. 1 blue equals 1/6 plus 1 red is equal to 1/4 equals 5 green, which equals 5/12. Let's also write the fractions for the equation using only green pattern blocks. 2 green equals 2/12 plus 3 green equals 3/12 equals 5 green, which equals 5/12. Looking at these fractions, notice how the denominators are the same, which means the pieces are the same size. Using the pattern blocks, this corresponds to when all the pattern blocks are the same color. Next, we have 2 red plus 4 green. So 2 red plus 4 green. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 green. Again, the first step is to express the sum using a single color. One way to do this would be to exchange 3 green for each red. If we do this, This shows one way to express a sum would be 10 green. But we can also express the sum using the blue pattern blocks, which are larger. Notice how this sum is also equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blue pattern blocks. So going back to our lesson, we'll say 2 red plus 4 green equals, let's say, 10 green. Let's also write this as 2 red plus 4 green equals 5 blue. If we did want an equation that only used green, 2 red are equal to 6 green, so we could also write this as 6 green plus 4 green equals 10 green. And now using fractions, 2 red equals 2 fourths, so we have 2 fourths plus 4 green equals 4 twelfths, which equals 10 green, where 10 green would be 10 twelfths. But because this is also equal to 5 blue, we could say this is equal to 5 sixths. Let's use fractions one more time using the equation that only has green. 6 green equals 6 twelfths, plus 4 green equals 4 twelfths, which equals 10 green, which equals 10 twelfths. This just emphasizes when the denominators are the same, the pieces are the same size, which means the pattern blocks are the same color. And we also know 10 twelfths equals 5 sixths. And now for our last example, we have 3 yellow plus 2 red plus 1 blue. So we have 1, 2, 3 yellow, 2 red, and 1 blue. We can exchange 3 blue for each yellow and 3 blue for the 2 reds. Let's go ahead and do this. This shows the sum is equal to 3, 6, 9, 12, 13 blue. Of course, we could also express this sum using just the green pattern blocks, which you may want to try, but I'm going to go ahead and stop here. So 3 yellow plus 2 red plus 1 blue equals 13 blue. Let's also write this equation just using blue. We know 3 yellow equals 9 blue, plus 2 red equals 3 blue, plus 1 blue equals 13 blue. And now let's write this sum using fractions. 3 yellow equals 1 1/2 or 3 halves, plus 2 red equals 2 fourths, plus 1 blue equals 1 sixth, equals 13 blue, which equals 13 sixths. Let's write this one more time using the equation that only has blue. 9 blue equals 9 sixths, plus 3 blue equals 3 sixths, plus 1 blue equals 1 sixth, which equals 13 sixths. Notice all the fractions have the same denominator, which means the pieces are the same size, or using the pattern blocks, this means the pattern blocks are all the same color. I hope you found this helpful.